We're currently sat in Middlesbrough, platform 1. Depart here when ready. The next stop will be Dinsdale. So we are in the new measurement train. Yeah, I think after all the HSTs go, this one will probably be the only one that will still be in service. So headlights, taillights off, and marker lights to the on position. So press V for the wiper, and Control V for the little camera wiper. Yeah, this tiny little camera wiper here. You can turn it on and off. So I'll go to the rear power car. Put... where's the train supply? Put that on. So DRA off. Reverse to neutral. Reset the AWS, put this to forward. Wait for the speedometer to finish what it's doing. Like that. And we can get going. So depart Middlesbrough at 14:47. So we can go. So I also like the HST's kind of outside cab view. Like you can literally put your head out the window. So brake release and power to notch 2. So it's back to Middlesbrough. The speed limit is 25 miles an hour, and our next stop is Dinsdale. 15:06. Even though the train did stop in Eaglescliff, but it passed that one, so the next stop is actually Dinsdale. Got in at 15:05, and there was no report of its departure. Yeah, the HSTs have to be the best sounding locomotives. So we are taking the new measurement train all the way from Middlesbrough to Heaton depot, and we're stopping. We were timetabled to stop at Eaglescliff, Dinsdale, Durham Signal Tango Yankee 357, Newcastle, and Heaton. Our timetable arrival is 17:44, and the train actually got into Heaton at 15:49, so it got in 115 minutes early. It's usually watching a HST go around points. Yep, try to get everything so it's working. Yeah, putting your head out the window is also really cool as well. Too bad you can't do it anymore. Even though it is in the interest of safety. So what's different? Since the last stream, I've managed to get Train Sim to run through my graphics card. It's an AMD Radeon R5 330, and I've also bought 16GB of RAM. So I have two 8GB RAM sticks now, instead of two 4GB ones. So the game should run a lot smoother. So now I can stream Train Sim for an unlimited amount of time in my standard recording settings, which is really cool. Oh shit, I'm speeding. Yeah, limit was 45, I was doing 55. Even though the limit is going up to 55, then to 60. So why am I streaming later than normal? I thought it would be best. I thought it would be better to stream at like 7 o'clock instead of 11. Because I assume that's when a lot more people watch YouTube. Imagine if the other me joined the stream. It could happen. There's an hour. Ow. Speed limit is now 60. So the journey from Middlesbrough to Heaton should take about an hour. So Middlesbrough 14:47 and Heaton at 15:49. So yeah, the stream should be about an hour. So we should be done by 8. So it's going down to 50 as we approach. What's the station called? I've forgotten. Begins with T. Thornaby. It says it in the timetable. Speed limit is also going down to 35. First, I kind of pondered the idea of also streaming on Twitch. I mean, obviously the streams will be a lot quieter on Twitch because I have no audience on Twitch, but I don't think it would hurt to try. Kind of start afresh on a new platform. So we are now approaching Thornby Station. I think the only trains that actually come down here are a few northern trains between Middlesbrough and I think it's Newcastle through Hartlepool, I think. And there's also Trans-Pennine trains from Wrecker Central to Manchester Airport. So this is Thornby Station. So we are on the East Coast Main Line Northeast, available on DP Simulation. Yeah, it's pretty much a complete redesign of the East Coast Main Line between York and Newcastle, and also the branch off towards Middlesbrough. I think the scenery goes all the way to Wrecker Central, but not all the scenery is there, so it's kind of work in progress beyond Middlesbrough. So yes, the new measurement train does look really good, and it is incredibly rare to see in real life, because there's only one of them, and it can only be in one place at any one time. I think if you really wanted to see the new measurement train, the best place to go to would be Derby, because that's where it kind of lives. So yesterday I was browsing real-time trains, but the yellow suits it. Yeah, the yellow really does suit HSC. So I was browsing through real-time trains and looking at Derby Railway Technical Centre to see what left, and I noticed this train was passing over the East Coast Main Line, so I kind of had to do a scenario on it. Speed limit is now 50 miles an hour. Yeah, we should get up to speed after we go through Darlington. Oh yeah, I've also put up a bit of text in the top left that says what the next stop is. I thought it would be kind of useful. So in the description will be my Twitter account, a link to the route from DP Simulation, the train on real-time trains with the timetable, and the scenario on Google Drive if you want to try this out. So after this junction we should be approaching Eagles Cliff, where the line straight on goes towards Northallerton and Yarm, notes in the order, and the line to the right goes towards Teesside Airport and Darlington. So between Middlesbrough and Heaton, the only station that I've actually been to in real life is Darlington. Yeah, I haven't really been in the northeast at all, that much. Well, apart from York. So we have 4314 on the front with the buffers, these bits. And we have 4362 on the rear, which is named John Armitt. And this one doesn't have buffers. And it's speeding again. So we have a warning of double yellow. I think if you are coming off towards right, it will always be double yellow. So we are now approaching Eagles Cliff, and if you look at the timetable, this train actually passed Eagles Cliff, it didn't stop. So we're going to do the same, we're going to go through Eagles Cliff. So this is Eagles Cliff Station. Yeah, it looks kind of barren. Maybe I don't have something installed. So line straight on goes to Yarm, and the line we're going off to the right goes to Darlington. So we change this. What's up next? Dinsdale. There we go. So the next signal is clear, which means we can proceed at line speed, which is now going up to 45 miles an hour. So put the throttle to max and hear the HST roar. The Durham Coast. Which one's that? Is that the one for the Hartlepool? So this is Islands West Station. Wait, how do you pronounce it? Is it pronounced Hartlepool? Or I've heard some people call it Hartlepool. Speed limit now is 60. Unit's going down to 50, then back up to 60. That's Sunderland, I believe. So does the Durham coast go from Middlesbrough through Thornaby, then up towards Hartlepool and Sunderland, and then round to Newcastle, that way? So very shortly the speed limit should be going up to 60 miles an hour. And we have about 3.5 miles to Dinsdale. So the next station will be Teesside Airport. I don't live in the north, so I don't know. Yeah, I live in the northwest, not the northeast. So I don't know either. Why is there a bus going through the bridge? I guess the bridge is too low. There's a plane. Probably, I think it's either leaving Teesside Airport or arriving into it. So the HST. So it has a weight of 70.25 tons. It's 17.79 meters long. It's 2.74 meters wide. It has a route availability of 5, and it can travel up to 125 miles per hour. And there's a danger of overhead wires. Why are there London buses here? Probably using Great Eastern Main Line Road. I believe Teesside Airport gets one train a week. Is it the Saturday, Sunday? I don't remember. Like, how far away is Teesside Airport from the Teesside Airport station? Must be pretty far away if it's hardly ever used. Must be 125, that's a lie. I'm driven at 141. Yeah, the HST is the fastest diesel locomotive in the world. So it can go up to 141, but not safely. So between here and Dinsdale there is kind of like a little hump in the curve. Like a curve. Goes on to 30 then back up to 60. Then after the curve, the speed limit should be going back up to 60, and then after that we'll have Dinsdale station, where we stop for some reason. So the stream should be running a lot smoother now. Because I have more RAM now. I have twice as much. OBS is fine and the stream is fine. The stream's current bitrate is 5 megabits per second. It's higher than the recommended bitrate. Shush. So like 156. Going from Bishop Auckland to Saltburn. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 2500. Can I change that? Ah, here we go. Put it on 2500. Okay, take a shot every time I overspeed. And it's also not my fault if you die from alcohol poisoning. Yeah, they're opening some subways soon. Yeah, now you can get those subs that you wanted. So this is Dinsdale, where we are scheduled to stop for some reason. If I can actually stop on the platform. So we're HST, stopping on the platform isn't really that mandatory. So timetable says 15:32 to 15:35. It's now 04. So the actual train got in at 15:05 and there is no report on its departure. So I'm going to stay here for a bit. So the next stop is Durham Signal Tango Yankee 357. So I think I'll do an exterior shot for this one. So I'll just pop the camera here and let's go. Okay, so departing DSL, the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, and we have about 26 miles to Durham. Hopefully all the sounds are okay, and my microphone isn't making a stupid distortion sound. I have my phone on flight mode. I can't put my laptop on flight mode because I won't be able to see chat. So I think Darlington should be literally right around the corner. So at Darlington we are going to join the East Coast Main Line we join the East Coast Main Line that runs from King's Cross to Edinburgh. I had the train moaning after leaving the glass station. Probably waiting for the brakes to release. Maybe it's a compressor, I don't know. So down to 40, then 60, then 35, then 30. So we have a whole lot of speed limits. Also, in Darlington, I think we're going to have to wait for a Voyager to leave. I think the Voyager was going between Edinburgh and York. So we might be sat outside Durham in Darlington for a bit. So down to 40, then back up to 60, then down to 35, then down to 30. We also have a single yellow, which means we need to stop at the next station. So the next signal is in 0.4 miles. So it's literally right around the corner. So when we pass through Darlington, we are going to pass through platform 1. So we won't be going through the avoid lines. I think it's because the HST was kind of made to assess the track on the platform. I was trying to say next to the platform, not necessarily the track is on the platform. That would be stupid. So I'll just wait here for a Voyager to leave. So bring the train to a stop, put the reverser to neutral and the DRA on. Don't remember when the cross-country train left. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long. it's green. How long has that been green? Is a pacer coming? I think the only pacer that I put in the scenario is in Heaton. So that's at the end. So hi Max Jagger, how are you doing this evening? The pacer is out of breath. Yeah, it's been in service for nearly 40 years. Should be out of breath. So on the left is the East Coast Main Line from King's Cross. So we are now on the up main, and we are doing through platform 1 instead of the normal avoider lines. So we have a 156 which will go out empty to Middlesbrough in a couple of hours. So this is Darlington Station. It's a very nice station. Can you still park on the station front like these cars are? Is that still possible? Like how many other stations? How many other stations do that? Pacer flying is the best noise ever. Yeah, if you don't like your ears. Yeah, it's like a few months ago, a pacer just arrived into Manchester Victoria, and after it stopped, I don't think I could hear anymore. So, yeah, the pacer brakes are very loud. So now that we are on the east coast, the speed limit is 125 miles an hour, and we have about 22 miles to our next stop. You know, when I did a test run of this yesterday, I don't remember getting up to 125. I think the fastest I actually got to was 115. So we're now doing 75. Yeah, I really do like the new measurement train. I think one thing about it is that how rare it is. Because there's only one in the UK. And it literally could be anywhere. Most diesel trains in the UK have a loud squealing sound when braking. Yeah, but not as loud as the Pacers. Network Rail needs to get more old trains. Don't Network Rail have quite a lot of old trains? The thing about that 91 set was that it was actually empty, and it was going empty all the way from Edinburgh to King's Cross. Also, our limit's going down to 125. I mean 95. It goes. I don't think it's re, I think it's more like a different adjective to describe the sound. So limit down 95, going down to 85, then back up to 115. So yeah, the East Coast Main Line, pretty much north of Darlington, is very, very curvy. But I wouldn't say anywhere near as curvy as the West Coast. Because earlier today I was recording the second part to the Edinburgh to King's Cross series, and the track is so curvy. Like 1 minute you're at 85, then you're down to 75, then 65, then 55, then back up to 80, then down to 50. It's like driving on the West Coast Main Line, except you can't tilt. I like curves. Yeah, it's on what that matters. So speed limits are 115. So Durham in about 16.5 miles. I think we should be also be approaching Ferry Hill pretty soon. So on real-time trains it says Ferry Hill South Junction. Yeah, one's on it and no one tests. Well, it's better than being in storage and scrapped. Yeah, but these are crucial tests. Because if you didn't do these tests, you'll end up with another grey rig or a Hatfield. These trains really do take their time getting up to speed. It should be a northern belt circular. Like where from? Like if you want to do like a little loop, you could do Manchester, Piccadilly, Oxford Road, Deansgate, Salford, no not Salford, Manchester, Victoria, round Fix Park, through towards Guy Bridge, then back into Piccadilly. Or if you want to do like a bigger circle, you could do like Blackburn to Blackburn. Like start in Blackburn, go round to Todmorden, through Rochdale to Victoria, through Salford and Bolton, through Hartlewood and Darwin, and then back into Blackburn. Who is the best TLC in the United Kingdom? Definitely not Northern. Who else do people mourn about? Southern has a bad reputation for being late. Virgin, I guess. I heard, no, not Virgin, Avanti. I think. Are you including like open access operators like Hull Trains and Grand Central? Because I heard Grand Central is good. Also, speed limit is going down to 110. So the Heaton Express, that's pretty good. Like a 50-minute frequency between the busiest airport in Europe and Paddington. Speed limit is now 110. Charlotte going back up to 120. Operated by Grant Shapps. Yeah, it has a cabinet responsibility for the Northern Powerhouse. I think this is Ferry Hill. With a yard. Is there normally anything in this yard, or is it just empty most of the time? I think Chaps has 2 P's in it. I saw something in the news because coronavirus, no single leap to freedom, Minister warns. Yeah, because you're planning on reopening like primary schools, so why would you open primary schools during the pandemic? It doesn't make any sense. Like, how supposed to encourage like primary school kids to social distance if they don't even know what a virus is? I mean, it would be a lot easier to open a university because students are used to staying at home doing coursework. Tango Yankee 357. So what we're going to do it in Durham. Yeah, it's a signal. We go through Durham Station, platform 2, and then stop in the loop just beyond the station. The primary school children are smarter than Donald Trump. Yeah, I don't think primary school kids will have the idea of injecting disinfectant into your bloodstream. So Durham we are due into we do it in at 16:01 and the actual train got in at 3:30. So we're on time. In fact, we're about half an hour early. Speed limit is going down to 90 in about a mile. It's a fact. Yeah, Donald Trump isn't really a very good president. So that's a warning for 90. We are already doing 90, so I'm one step ahead of that moped board. So we should be doing to Durham in the next few minutes. So speaking of the next stream, even though no one was actually talking about it, so what should I do? What should I do for the next stream? Should I do like Liverpool, Manchester, Liverpool to Euston, Settle to Carlisle? What should I do? Do something on HS1, or do something that's not really usual, like go pick up a failed train or something like that. Speed limit is now 100 miles an hour. Even in H miles 107. Didn't I see you in Alan Thompson's stream last night on Twitch? They need to up a lot of the speed limits on many routes, but not all. Speed limit is going down to 80. Morning not. Well, it's supposed to be morning somewhere in the world. Probably on the other side of it. To where I am in England. So we've got a signal flashing yellow, which means after the next signal we are going to come off the down main and through platform 2 in Durham. So speed limit is going down to 40 as we approach Durham station. We should also go across a big giant viaduct that pretty much goes right the way over Durham, somewhere in Durham. I'm not sure if it's at the town centre. I think on the right is like Durham Cathedral or something. I thought his laugh is funny. Yeah, proper like Cambridge laugh. I know we're doing like 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. Yeah, I don't know what to say about his laugh. It's just a laugh. I know Alan Thompson is from like Peterborough, Cambridge kind of area. So this is Durham station. So I do to stop at the next signal, which is Durham signal Tango Yankee 357. So OBS is fine and the stream is fine. Yes, everything is fine. Well, for now, until I crash it somehow. Hashtag class 142. Yes, we will be seeing some Pacers in storage in Heaton. So the signal we are meant to be stopping at is literally right in front of us. So stop here until we get some more instructions. And stop. So this is the Durham signal Tango Yankee 357. If I just... Oh, so it's missing a Y. Why is that? So next stop after this is Newcastle. You've been given the road northbound early, so the next stop is Newcastle. So I change this in OBS. Properties, and I need to change this to Newcastle. I can do the pull away from the rear power car this time. So power to notch 1 and release brake. Yeah, the brakes do take a while to come off. Especially if you put it in full service. There's a classic Mark III pull away sound effect. Why is this one still idle? There we go. window hiding mode activate. Super paces are better than normal paces ones. Yeah. Yeah, what's a super pacer? Is it like more coaches? Like it has like an intermediate pacer coach, like a 144, and it can travel up to like 100 miles an hour. And it actually has a bogie, not just wheels. Why is it 25 without telling me? Okay, now it's gone up to 90. What if I can go to the other side? The fence. Here we go, the fence. Yeah, it's the best place to be right outside the leading locomotive. Do you think I should do like the entire journey just leaning my head out the window? I wish with the AP HST you could actually kind of toggle the clag factor, just like you can do with the Volante HST and the VP 1851. Have you heard of the AWE company train? I searched AWE train into Google and it's come up with Owl East. Okay, I put AWE company train into Google and it's come up with the whole trains. So no, I haven't. Or AWS. Yeah, I know what AWS is. English, Welsh and Scottish. Yeah, they were took over by DB Schenker. I don't remember what year. Yeah, I know AWS. With the maroon livery and like the yellow stripe with the number on it. Yeah, AWS had quite the diverse fleet until they kind of replaced them all with 66s and 60s. Thousand one to go get shanked by DB Schenker. I don't know who you want to tell that to. So speed limit is down 115. So I don't think we'll be able to go up to 125 between here and Heaton. So but I guess 115 is good enough. Let me check the street. You in the shop. That stupid man on the platform ruined my shot at the HST. I'll kill him. But I can't because he's not real. So we should be in Newcastle in about 7 miles. Or about 6 minutes. So it should be a fairly smooth run into Newcastle. Because Newcastle now is very, 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 very quiet. Speed bump. Yeah, it's not very well maintained or placed. Yeah, you're getting like shock everywhere. There's a 91 from Edinburgh to King's Cross. That is actually in service this time. So on the left is Tyne-Yard Depot. Tyne-Yard. Yard. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to put in it, so I just put in some like disused hoppers and things. What's that on the right? Ooh, a famous landmark. Does anyone remember the name of this? So Tyne-Yard, put some HEA hoppers in it. I put in 66s. Yeah, not a lot. Plus 53 is glued to the track. Yeah, it is. Well, it has to be. It's a new measurement train. It can't derail. Angel of the North. Yeah, that does sound familiar. So speed up's going down to 100, then 80, then 70. That was a bump. What if next time I did the entire run from Lowfell, which is just to the left, all the way into Wilsden in a live stream all at once? It'd take ages. I remember seeing a promo for Go Northeast through 21 Angel. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So limit's going down to 70 soon. Then down to 30, then 20, then back up to 40 after Newcastle. Warning for 30 miles an hour. Yeah, apply a bit more brake just so we come down in time. So it's landing in Newcastle, which is what the buffering is. Oh, it's a bus. Oh, is it like go northwest? Or is it Great Manchester? Go somewhere. Yeah, because I think Go Northwest kind of bought the depots that first had in Great Manchester. Now it's called Go Northwest. Yeah, I kind of missed first. So crossing over the King Edward Bridge. So King Edward Bridge passed by at 5:30. It is now 20 to 4. So we are incredibly early, which is good. Yeah, but Go Northeast brand everything. I think Go Northwest in Manchester have branded the buses in like a grey livery. Yeah, it's kind of bland. So in Newcastle we are doing into platform number 2. Did this with my head leaning out the window. So we get to stop in about the middle of the platform. Or maybe I should have stopped at the end. I don't know. Makes it feel like a screenshot opportunity. Like this one. And I can have this one with the rest of the train in the background. Or I can just have the power car by itself. Oh. Next up is Heating, Traction and rolling stop maintenance depot, where the service terminates. Thanks. And take one there as well. So change the text in OBS. So next one is Heating, Traction and rolling stop maintenance depot. Okay. How fast is the TMD? Do you mean far? I think if you mean far, it's in 2 miles. So it's literally just past Miners and then the depot's on the right. So yeah, Newcastle is very quiet. So to pass to Newcastle, the speed limit is 20 miles an hour, and we have about 2 miles to Heaton depot. Alright, there's Newcastle Castle. I think the line to the right goes towards Newcastle, just going around the outside. I think also goes to Sunderland as well. Speed limit is also going up to 40. Is it new? Probably is new. Although it won't be called Newcastle. If it was a new, you just call it Castle. Imagine the view. Imagine the view from Newcastle Castle. It must be amazing. Yeah, but I've never been to Newcastle. This is Manners Station. Yeah, Jeff Marshall did a video here, and he said watching Manners in Manners. So shortly on the right, we should join up with the Tyne & Wear Metro for a short while, until we get to Heaton. Yeah, I don't really see much point accelerating all the way up to 85, just going back down to 25. So I'll just keep my speed at 40. Yeah, lots of Zoomers. And then Nova, I think it's Nova 1, to Transpire 802s from Edinburgh, if they're not cancelled. Yeah, then you'd also see all the regular northern stuff. So we now have a single yellow, which means we are cleared into Heaton Depot. So I do into Heaton Primary Departure 5. Yeah, the frame rate is pretty much dead in Heaton Depot just because the amount of stuff that has to load. The limit's also 25 and I'm doing way over that. So if I go outside and I go back down here, it's suddenly a lot smoother. I'm getting about 30 FPS. If I look over here, I get like 14. So just face backwards, it'll be fine. Yeah, seeing where you're going when you're driving is for the weak. Only pros don't watch where they're going. So I'm going to go down to 10. So what have we got? We have a Zoomers, we have a 91, we have an 802. A few 91s, some more Zoomers. I think I put in some 156s, some 150s, and some Pacers. Yes, we're going to crawl in very, 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 very slowly. Because the frame rate has gone down the drain. So we're coming in just between those two Zoomers on the right. So what do we have? We have Azumas, we have 91, we have another 91, we have a Nova 1, another Nova 1, a couple of Pacers that have been withdrawn, a 156, more 156s, more Pacers, 150s, more Pacers. Yeah, that's my budget. That is pretty much it. So I put in quite a lot of stuff in it. So I think I'm going to stop the train here. So arrival at Heaton Depot. So reverser to off, master key out, DRA on. Marker lights off, tail lights on, headlights off. And there we go, that's the journey from Middlesbrough to Heaton. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoy driving the Flying Banana, as it's also known. So should I do another scenario or should I stop the stream? So what do? I sped 16 times and I drove 52 miles. So it's a pretty long distance. So what should I do? Should I end the stream or should I do another short scenario? Okay, go to standard, pick a route. can't I find any scenarios? Probably because you haven't made any. There's bound to be something short on the West Coast Main Line North. Look at it. I found a scenario. So it's called 854 2 Bravo 05 Cardiff Central to Cardiff Bay. Phone number 153. So start. So next we're going to take a 153 from Cardiff Central to Cardiff Bay. And I think after that I'm probably going to end the stream. Morning driver, 4 passengers here before your 8:54 departure to Cardiff Bay. So press T to open the doors, reset this, so properties, so I need to change this to Cardiff Central, like that. So we're in a 153. But the headlights don't work. Okay, the taillights don't work, taillights don't work, and the headlights don't work. And I have no driver. Thanks, Train Sim, and I also have no coupler. So we are due out of here at 8:53. So the passenger view is exactly the same. I think this reskin is from, I think it's Major Wales Design. Anyway, let's see if I remember how to change the destination blind. So Control F12, Control Shift F12, oh, F8, F7. There we go, night service. Over there, Westworth, Bangor, Bidster, Milton New Street, that's Bridgend, Cardiff Bay, Cardiff Central, Cardiff Bay. Press this. Click. Oh, I guess that's not working. Okay, the next stop is Cardiff Queen Street at 9 AM. So reverser to forward, brake release, and power to... What it? Yeah, you need to set up the train. That would be helpful. So departing Cardiff Central, the speed limit is 15 miles an hour, and we have about 0.7 miles to Cardiff Queen Street. So change this to Queen Street. So the line going off to the left is the South Wales main line from Bristol Parkway towards Swansea, and Paddington and Bristol Temple Meads and Penzance and everywhere else. So we go up and over to the left towards Cardiff Queen Street. So Cardiff Queen Street in about 0.4 miles. So it's coming over onto the, I think it's the up main, down main. Which way is it? I don't know. So speed limit is going up to 25, even though it's going immediately back down to 15. So we do into platform 2 at Cardiff Queen Street. So at the end of the platform we have a danger aspect, which means we're going to stop in Cardiff Bay, reverse and go into Cardiff Bay. So just stop here underneath this canopy. And arrival at Cardiff Queen Street. So open the doors, DRA on. Neutral, no, reverser to off, that's the key out. Brake to maximum, go to the other cab, DRA off. Master key in, reverser to neutral. Headlights on, I guess. Yeah, they don't work either. So turn that to the day position. Marker. Turn that to on. What is wrong with this 153? Why don't the headlights work? Change this to Cardiff Bay. Eventually OBS. What is wrong with OBS? Why is it being so slow? Change this to Cardiff Bay and hit OK. So just wait for departure out of Cardiff Queen Street. And I'm pretty sure I'm just talking to myself at this point. Yeah, I think I might go back to streaming at 11 in the morning, not like 7 at night. So I switched cab, so you're facing into Cardiff. The next stop is Cardiff Bay, arriving at 0904. It's a really nice livery, even if it is just a bit basic. So departing Cardiff Queen Street, the speed limit is 15 miles an hour, and we have about a mile to Cardiff Bay. So soon the line to the right will go to Cardiff Central, the line straight on we'll go to Cardiff Bay, and then we'll cross over the South Wales Coast Main Line again. So our speed limit is now 25, so we can accelerate to that. And it will also be going up to 30 miles an hour. Bit of overspeed and release. Okay, I think now the speed limit should be going up to 30. So try to keep my limit speed under 25. Speed is now 30. So Cardiff Bay in about 0.3 miles. So I think in real life this train is either worked by a single 153 just going between Cardiff Bay and Cardiff Central. I mean Cardiff Bay and Cardiff Queen Street all day, goes back and forth, or it's either just a single pacer. So we are now arriving into Cardiff Bay station. So I'm going to end the stream here. So thank you so much for watching and tuning in. So tomorrow's stream will be Transport Fever. I'm not sure if I should do more Transport Fever because I don't know if anybody will watch it. But we'll just have to see. So thank you for tuning into this live stream, and I'll see you tomorrow. Whenever I do the stream. So arrival into Cardiff Bay.